You might have heard this before, but I'm going to tell you again. Did you know that 75% of people fear public speaking more than death? That's right. Standing in front of an audience terrifies most of us more than death itself. And this statistic traces back to the 1973 American Fears Survey. But more recent studies that are mentioned in mentalhealth.com or ResearchGate confirm that public speaking anxiety is one of the most common fears, affecting approximately 75% of individuals to some degree. Now, the claim that it's feared more than death, well, that's probably more anecdotal. Hey, I'm Lisa Hugo, and I am obsessed with helping other people find their voices so they can go out and take on the world, be seen as an authority, an expert, and grow their business by sharing that knowledge and expertise with others. Now, I studied performing arts, and I spent 20 years of my career traveling the world as a professional singer-songwriter. I teach you the secrets to speak up and be heard, overcome your fears, and then use these skills to build a business and a life that you love and that could change both your own life and the lives of others. This is your one-stop shop for all things that are going to help you to build a life on your terms. This is Impact Through Voice. Hello and welcome to the Impact Through Voice podcast. I'm Lisa Hugo, and on today's episode, I want to talk about the importance of putting in the work if you want to achieve anything meaningful in life, and especially relating that back to public speaking and powerful communication. I'm going to be sharing a fabulous 5-step strategy to improve your speaking skills on your own without anything other than your mobile phone or your computer. We live in a world of instant gratification. We want results now. We want success overnight. We scroll through social media and we see people seemingly achieving greatness with absolute ease. But what we don't see is what's beneath the surface. Think about an iceberg for a moment. What we see above the waterline is just the tip, that small, glistening peak of ice. But beneath the surface lies the massive body of the iceberg, the foundation that supports everything that's visible above. Now, this is exactly how success works in any field. What people see is the polished presentation, the confident speaker commanding the room, the standing ovation. What they don't see are the hours of practice, the failed attempts, the voice exercises people do in the car, the recordings reviewed and critiqued, the coaching sessions, and yes, even the tears of frustration. It's like fitness, isn't it? Nobody expects to walk into a gym for the first time and deadlift 300 pounds. Nobody expects to run a marathon without training. We understand that physical transformation requires consistent effort over time. So if you want to fit into that dress for your best friend's wedding, you don't just wish for it to happen. You change your diet, you exercise regularly, you make sacrifices, you put in the work. Speaking with impact requires the same dedication. Your voice is a muscle. Your delivery is a skill. Your confidence is built through repetition and experience. None of these things develop by accident or overnight. Here's another analogy. Think about it like tending a garden. You can't just throw the seeds on the ground and expect a beautiful harvest. You need to prepare the soil, plant with care, water consistently, pull the weeds, protect from pests, nurture your plants through the different seasons. Well, your speaking ability is the garden. It needs regular attention. It needs care. And yes, sometimes even some pruning of bad habits to truly flourish. So how do you actually put in the work to become a more impactful speaker? I want to share with you a powerful exercise that I use with my clients. It's a 5-step process. The first step is to record yourself speaking for 5 minutes on a topic that you are passionate about. You're not allowed to script it. You're not allowed to prepare it or over-prepare it. You can think through before you do it what you're planning to talk about, but that's about it. We want this to be spontaneous. Speak naturally about something that really matters to you. Then I want you to wait a day before you go and review it. This is going to give you some emotional distance from that performance. We need that because if you do it immediately, you'll probably be over critical. We are always our biggest critic. And so wait a day. And when you do review it, I want you to do it in stages. The first stage is to watch it as a natural observer. Focus on the content and the message. Did you communicate what you intended? Make some general observations about what worked and what didn't. Okay, the next step is to turn your device over and just listen to the audio. Pay attention to your voice, to the quality of your voice. Is it monotone? Is it melodic? Do you end sentences like they're questions? Do you speak too quickly? Is your voice perhaps airy and weak? Maybe even nasal, have the nasal quality? Or is it rich and is it resonant? Do you use lots of filler words like actually, or high frequency words just because, actually? Then I want you to mute the sound and watch yourself back. Now you're going to observe your facial expressions, your hand gestures, your body language. How strong do you look, or how weak do you look in how you're holding yourself? Do you look confident? Do you appear natural? Do your physical expressions enhance your message, or do they distract from your message? Okay, and the fifth step, the final step, is to transcribe your recording. Once you've transcribed it, I want you to read it back. So when you're transcribing it, and I use a software called Descript because you can bring it in, AI will do the transcription, and it's going to highlight all of the non-words that you use in your script, the ums, the ahs, the words which don't contribute to the message. Do not delete these. Once you have that transcript, I want you to read it back. Does it make sense on paper? Is it well structured? How many filler words did you use? Count them. Are there places where the transcription is perhaps misunderstood? There's described or used words that you didn't actually say, which means that your speech was unclear. And then you need to commit to improvement. This whole process isn't a one-time thing. It's something that you should commit to on a regular basis. Each time that you do it, I want you to make notes about what you need to improve and then focus on those areas before the next recording. It's like learning to play any instrument. The first time you pick up a guitar, you don't expect to play like Jimi Hendrix. You practice the basics. You build calluses on your fingers. You learn the chords, you learn the transitions, and gradually, with consistent practice, you get better, you improve. Now, sometimes, despite our best efforts, we need guidance. So if you're struggling to identify your areas for improvement or to make changes, you need to reach out to somebody who can help you. Now, when I work with clients, I focus on helping them to tune their ears to their own sounds, giving them the skills to connect their voice to their message. I teach them how to use their voice, their body language, their facial expressions, and to tell compelling stories that resonate with audiences. And then you have to break conformity. A friend once told me that you should speak to your audience as if they're 5-year-old kids, not dumbing down your content. I don't mean that. Don't make it, like you're talking to somebody who's stupid, but keeping it very simple and keeping it animated, just like you would when you're reading a bedtime story. I mean, think about how you'd use different character voices to bring the story to life if you're reading to a young child. Well, why should speaking to adults be any different? The problem is that we conform. We don't want to stand out. We fear judgment. But this mentality is exactly what holds us back. I saw a video recently of a music festival where one person started dancing in what looked like a crazy, crazy way. And everybody was staring at that person, thinking he was nuts, until another person joined in. And then they got more curious. But then a few more people joined. And then within just a few minutes, the entire crowd was dancing like the crazy person that they had thought was crazy, but they just all started to become free and enjoy themselves and let themselves go instead of holding themselves back from something that they probably really wanted to do. Someone always has to be the first. Somebody has to lead. Why not you? But one of the things which is holding you back is the fear. And the number one reason that people don't pursue their dreams is because of fear. Fear of change, fear of discomfort, fear of the unknown, fear of failure, fear of judgment. And that's why people stay in the same place their entire lives, despite having dreams and aspirations. That's all they remain, dreams and aspirations. They never become a reality. Remember, we are the average of the 5 people that we spend the most time with. If you surround yourself with highly successful people, you'll likely become successful too. If you spend time with great communicators, your communication skills will improve. Connect with people who have achieved what you want to achieve, and you're going to find yourself moving in that direction. Well, I hope this episode inspires you to put in the work to achieve your goals, to commit, to not give in, to embrace discomfort as part of the process, to invest in the help that you need. Don't settle for average. Go out there and become the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. Make your voice heard, because the truth is the world needs your voice. The world needs your message, but it needs you to deliver it with impact, with confidence, with authenticity. And that only comes one way, by putting in the work. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Impact Through Voice podcast. Now, if you've reached the end of this episode, then it means you're enjoying the podcast. So I have a quick favor to ask. If you haven't yet subscribed, please go and do it now, and even leave us a review, because it really does help us so much to reach more people and impact more people. And I would be very, very grateful. Now, I love to read all of your comments about the show and what you're enjoying, what you would like to hear more of. So please take the time and go and do that now. When you do that, please take a screenshot and then tag me on Facebook or Instagram. That's Lisa Hugo Official. Now, I'm going to be sure to share your post, and I'm also going to private DM you with a thank you. And it also means you won't miss an episode. And as a subscriber, then you're going to get access to more content that we don't even open up to everybody. So thanks again. And until next time, keep on working towards your goals and making a positive impact on the world with your voice.